Hello, Thomas fans, and welcome once again. So, I have just got back from a very long walk to the cinema today on the Friday, the 25th of August 2017. I have just watched Journey Beyond Sodor in the cinema, and I friggin' love this film. I do. It was amazing. Uh, I Earlier this year I did plan on seeing this film because I did consider seeing The Great Race in the cinema last year, but it didn't have but it hadn't had a huge hadn't had that many positive reviews from the other Thomas fans. But earlier this year I did say yes, whatever the film's like, I want to see it because The Adventure Begins was fantastic. So was Legend of the Lost Treasure was also brilliant. Obviously, The Great Race being the only bad film in the past couple of years. But so yeah, obviously, so yeah, I did want to see it. This is the second film I've seen at the cinema. The first being Hero of the Rails, way back in 2008. Jeez, that seems like yesterday. That seems like yesterday. It does. So obviously it was a bit. Obviously it was very different. Me, obviously I was an 8 year old, 9 year old. I imagine people were around the same age as me were still seeing it, but here I am as a 17-year-old watching it in the cinema alone. Yeah, yeah, it did feel a bit awkward when I was walking there. I was very nervous for seeing it because I was worried that the parents and some of the kids would look at me and think, "Oh, isn't he a bit old for this?" Yeah, but I do not regret. I do not regret paying all of my money. £5. It's like something not that much, but I don't regret paying all that money to get a ticket. And which, by the way, I booked way back in July on the 3rd of July. That because I was so eager to see this film because I wanted to see The Great Discovery in the cinema, but they'd run out of seats the day I went to see it, so bit of disappointment. And this time I got a seat right at the front, directly at the front, and pretty much in the middle of the cinema, so I could see everything. I literally had a front row seat for everything, and it was perfect. And I don't know why, but nobody was in the front like couple of rows for me because everyone, all the parents were at the back, and at first there weren't a lot of people there. It was a bit surprising, but yeah. So, but when as I turned around to get up after the credits had gone, I thought, blimey, yeah, there were a lot of people there, and I'm really glad that there were a lot of people there because it was that good a film that I thought, oh, hell, everyone should see this film. This is brilliant. But yeah, okay. As for the film itself, I was a bit surprised really that they had the trailers because in the past we've seen a lot of films and a lot of trailers were only about the kids shows, you know, Paw Patrol, Peppa Pig, Fireman Sam. I was only expecting that, but I was surprised when when we saw the trailers for the Lego Ninjago movie, the Jungle Bunch, a couple of other films, so, that were more family films, not just for kids. So yeah, so I thought that's pretty good to see. Um, yes, I was very yeah I was so yeah. The first so obviously the start of the film, of course, we had Henry have a big crash, which I already knew about, but I didn't know it was at the very start of the film because it was very similar to Blue Mountain Mystery with Paxton, and I thought, oh, Thomas is going to get a job, isn't he? Yeah, obvious. It's so obvious. So yeah, the crash itself was very dramatic. I love how it was slow motion, and I agree with Kirsty Edwards saying it definitely reminded her of the Coronation Street tram crash. And yes, yes, I totally agree with her on that. The crash was very good. Obviously, being a huge Henry fan, I was very worried for him and a bit disappointed that obviously he's going to miss the whole plot of the film. But turns out a lot of other people did for some reason. But that was okay. I wasn't totally worried about us not seeing a lot of the regular characters, you know. So no, so yeah, not hugely disappointed about that. The opening credits, the scene with the I don't even know what it was in the end. The kind of orange flame lava stuff. I don't know what it was. I thought that was a pretty good intro, and then when it made like all the lines, and then you saw a map of the island of Sodor, I thought, oh, that's pretty that's a pretty cool intro, and I think well the best of the lot. Uh, obviously after the credits, I was confident that Thomas was going to be told that he was going to take the trucks to the mainland, but then all of a sudden that all changes when James starts singing his song, which and I should talk about the songs around this time, and they were brilliant. All six or five of the songs I loved all of them. They were really good. I don't think I could choose a favorite or least favorite because they were all good. So yeah, they weren't like they didn't come every 5 minutes like in like some people complain about that in the Great Race, but I did like those songs. The final song, the mo- like the most important thing is being friends. I thought, oh, this is gonna be. It's all good. It's to talk about friendship. I'm not a huge fan of them like putting that on the net, like jamming that down our throats. But actually, the song was really nice and had a nice tune. I liked how everyone sung it in the end. Uh, I Want to Go Home, I think, was the most emotional song because I actually did feel like tearing up for Thomas. I felt absolutely sorry for him that he's stuck in this steelworks and he's missing all his friends. It was really emotional. It was a really emotional scene. I'm glad that both he and James were the heroes in the end because I I'm not because I did want James to have a lot of um like for him to be the hero as well because I don't want Thomas to steal the show like he because he has done in the past. But uh, the new characters were they were brilliant. I really did like them because yeah, obviously some people have said that a few of those characters were had like different kinds of illnesses like autism, all that, and I really did like them. I liked all of them. I don't think I could choose a least favorite. I mean, and Hurricane and Frankie, I I I knew that they were going to be the bad engines in this one, and when we first met them, I thought, oh, I hope I don't normally do this, but I actually hoped that they did turn out good in the end because obviously with Diesel 10 I wasn't a huge fan of that, but Hurricane and Frankie I actually did really like them, and I thought, oh, I don't want to hate these two. They seem nice, and that unfortunately I did get what I wanted in the end, which was good. Um, Lexi, I think, would be my favorite character because she is very funny. How she like changes her accents. I don't know if that's part of it, a part of like a illness or something, but it's still I still really liked her. Merlin was pretty mysterious as well. Definitely definitely made himself seen, if you'll pardon the pun. Yeah, I quite liked him. Theo was quite likable as well, but I think Lexi is my favorite out of the characters that were introduced. Beresford I also liked. I obviously he wasn't in it very briefly, and I wouldn't. I some people have said there wasn't a huge point in him being there, but no, I did quite like him. I did enjoy his song "Who's Thomas." At the Troublesome Trucks, oh, they were so funny. I was really glad they started giving them more of a character in this one because they were very funny. Um, what else is there? Um, I say to be honest. Obviously for the end bit, I did know about the fact that when at the end Henry is repaired, and I was told that at some point he says when he back to the shed he says, "What did I miss?" And I actually thought he was gonna say that line midway through the song, the final song. The most important thing is being friends. And I thought, and I didn't think it would be as funny as they made it in the end. The fact that the song had just finished, everyone was back at Timber Sheds, and then the film is pretty much finished, and then Henry says, "What did I miss?" And then fades to black, and then the movie ends right there. I just burst out laughing at that point. I found that so funny. Um, so yeah, I I love Journey Beyond Sodor. As the credits were going, I thought this was my reaction. I was said that was amazing. That was excellent. I did feel like tearing up again because it was so good, and I completely forgot the fact I completely ignored the fact that I was really old for watching this film. If with loads of other kids who were at least half my age, and they said, and I completely forgot all that because the film was that good. I would I would go to watch this film if when there were no parents, it was just the kids, and I would still not feel awkward because the film was that good. Even if I did actually fear that one of my friends from school, but who was my age, would see that I was watching this, and they would make fun of me, but I would just not care at all. So yeah, Journey Beyond Sodor is amazing. I I do think I think it is one of the best films of all time. Um, a lot of you guys have said it's at least better than The Great Race, which is good, which is something, I guess. But I would say it is better than several other films: Hero of the Rails, King of the Railway. I haven't seen Tale of the Brave, no, Tale of the Brave or Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure yet. Uh, and obviously those two films have got a lot of praise. So I can't really challenge it against those two. But I I don't want to say it's better than The Adventure Begins, which is the best film, that no question. But it is definitely as good as The Adventure Begins. And I before I left, my mum, who knew that I was going to see this film, she said, "Well, you could well, I'll definitely get you the DVD if." I said, "Well, I'll only get the DVD if I feel it was that good," and it was. I will definitely get that DVD again because I will definitely want to watch this film again. And it's a real shame that it's only on like this one weekend because I would want to see this again, and I only got two more chances at seeing it, and that's just tomorrow and Sunday. So fairly annoying there. And I think so. Yeah, I Journey Beyond Sodor. The bouncing, by the way, that was probably the thing that put most people off the film. It is a bit unusual, I will agree. It does look very unlike Thomas, but would I go far enough to say it ruined the film? No, I wouldn't. It was I got I would get used to it. I think I would after a while. Um, so yeah, Journey Beyond Sodor, definitely one of the best of all time. Might even be the best. Might even be the best of all time. I add next year. I am definitely watching the next Thomas film next year, and because this has definitely changed my opinion of the show. I would watch it in the cinema with loads of children who are half my age, and still not be bothered by it. Thomas and Friends is in a good position. Andrew Brenner, and everyone else at Mattel, if you're watching this, well done, everyone. You've done amazing this time, and I hope you keep up this good work. So yes. So what did you guys think? Did you enjoy the Journey Beyond Sodor? I imagine you've already seen it online, and to those people I say, why? Why would you want to watch it online, like on this little tiny screen on your computer, when you could just watch it when you can go to your local cinema and just watch it on a huge screen with excellent sound, excellent visuals, and just like have a good time. I just don't see the point of that. I mean, you're spending money on seeing a film that's only an hour, but I I would still totally do it. I just don't understand why you want to watch it online. And don't say it's because you know everyone else is going to watch it and then give their thoughts on it, but I just watch it in the cinema. It's that good. It's so worth it. It's much better than watching it online than watch it for the first time online. Just go to the cinema. Seriously. But anyway, Let me know what you thought in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.